how you keep on using the term England rather than Britain.
What is an English mentality?
Okay, now you guys hear these terms like freaking peace through force, and you think that this stuff
Didn't
is.
Donald Trump say that?
Yeah, Donald Trump is the one. A lot of these conservatives push this stuff, and they usually get that from like the English. Okay, and like here's a good example. The English have this mentality, and they've always had this mentality where you have to freaking achieve peace through force, through power, through you know, and to dominate rather than
Domination and control.
right. The stronger power is the one who achieves peace, and they've always had that.
If that's true, then why does the majority of Canada and majority of Australia still consider themselves as part of the Commonwealth? Why did they? Me and Mr. Wilmots, I think a couple of months ago.
Well, I don't think they do necessarily. I don't think the people do. I think that the legal system does. But when you ask the average person,
we were discussing on Matrix Chat a couple of months ago in relation to the Australian referendum of what, 15 years ago?
What about it?
The Australian vote.
The federal election or the referendum?
The referendum.
Well, we had Australia had a referendum to get rid of the British Empire, the British,
to get out of the Commonwealth.
Yeah, to gain their sovereignty. But the thing is, the thing was rigged because like the people didn't get to say how it was worded, so they worded it in a weird way that didn't sound beneficial. So a lot of people didn't end up going for it, and the thing is, referendums aren't held very often. Like it's like once in a lifetime kind of thing, pretty much. And
technically, in most westernized countries, referendums don't have a legal power anyway.
But yeah, my issue with it is that the people don't get a say in how it's like when it's done, how it's worded, or anything like that. So there needs to be a new way to do referendums. And
I mean, the Falkland Islands is a good example of this. The Falkland Islands have been asked, the population of the Falkland Islands has been asked on multiple occasions if they want to stay British or if they want to join Argentina.
Look at Brexit, right? Did you see the whole Cambridge Analytica scandal around Brexit and how they manipulated the population to achieve their goals there? These things are like hugely influential, hugely powerful. So you get like massive power players come into the mix and try to dictate what happens.
The majority of the population voted for Brexit. And the issue that we've seen since is the Brexit. The outcome of Brexit has never been handled well.
I've got my theories on that.
We need to have blockchain technology where we have referendums way more often and have it publicly verifiable so that we know it's legit.
I think,
and we need to have a way that we can like debate.
The mechanism doesn't really matter because
it's the only thing that matters.
The referendum was verifiable.
Well,
how can you as an individual verify that the votes are legit?
In that case, how if you have a blockchain, then what's stopping you as or Roger as a US citizen in voting in the UK election?
Well, what are you saying? How can I not vote in the UK?
No, what stops me from voting in your election?
You'd obviously need some kind of mechanism of proving identity, right? That's what.
Now we move up to the socialist propaganda.
People's privacy. Now you want to, let's say, destroy the concept of GDPR. You want to provide public with the meaningful identity, the personal identifiable information of an individual that votes. So if somebody votes for, let's say, Trump in the last election, and that's been recorded in some sort of public file variable, then yeah, could you not see the issues there?
Mark, sit down, take a deep breath. Your head's about to explode, all right?
But
You
can't you
need
see the
some
issues
kind
there?
of you need some kind of verification of who you are if you're going to vote. Otherwise, like you said, it can be like
You
corrupted.
do.
That's how
You
bloody
do
Biden
at
won
this
in
present
the
moment.
last election.
It's only been within the last 3 years that photo identification has been implemented into our electoral system.
For
And it's
you
Well, what
only
I'm
guys.
within the
saying
last 3
is,
years.
For you guys,
if
man,
if
and
we
see, that's the thing that I have a problem with is because you guys and your ideas are trying to be forced onto us, which is all that shit right there you're talking about is completely
Yeah, but I would
unconstitutional
also
here in
say
the
that
United States.
the
We
US,
don't tolerate that
US
shit.
and US citizen cannot speak because the US been pushing US ideals while the
No.
rest of the world is
I
rejecting
guarantee you more
since
socialist
World War
propaganda
II.
from Europe and the UK is being pushed into the United States than anything we're pushing at you. You guys have freaking like this new real ID that's freaking getting pushed, and conservatives are the ones who are pushing it. That's the messed up part.
No, that came from Blair. That is a Blairist idea.
It's here in the United States now. That's my point.
This goes back to 97. This goes back to Blairism.
And here in the United States, the conservatives are the ones pushing that shit. You see?
It was really a left-wing idea. It was a
Hmm.
leftist idea.
That's my whole
It
point.
is an important thing to have, though, some kind of verification, but at the same time, it is a powerful, contentious issue because of privacy and so on, and how that
Hmm.
information is going to be used. But I would say we already have fairly good ways of determining identity in our countries, individual countries. That's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is the mechanism by which we vote and how that can be audited. All right. The how you verify the individuals is like each country can do whatever they want, but I'm more concerned about how can we get votes on the blockchain so that they're
Why does it have to
verifiable.
be? Sorry, why does it have to be the blockchain or a
Because
blockchain? Remember, there is no
blockchain is a
singular
technology that we
blockchain.
have now that creates immutable data that we know and we can prove is legit. And there
But
isn't another technology out there at the moment where we can have publicly verifiable data that we know
we
is
can prove
correct.
that recent elections have been legit by just looking at the number of crosses that are marked on a piece of paper.
Yeah, but I can't go and view those crosses. It has to be election
You can
officials and
review the
whoever
data.
does that,
You can.
But with blockchain, we can make it so anyone on the planet can verify the vote, is what I'm saying. And that's what we
Why?
really
Why?
need when we want to create true referendums that actually do what they say they will do, You can actually just programmatically make these things happen. And yeah, I would like to see like we've started a group on Element where we're starting a voting app, or starting to code up a voting app using blockchain and
Oh,
Rust. And
so everybody has to have a device that can handle this application.
yeah, it'll
Therefore,
be able to run on any
you
device.
demanded that everybody must now carry a
Okay.
device.
Okay,
Well,
Are you
it'll be able to run
so
on your
that they
smartphone.
okay.
It'll
cannot
be able
vote
to run on your
unless they've got a
smartphone.
smartphone?
Okay, you two.
Well, not
You two.
94% of the planet has smartphones at the moment.
Let's
What
move.
if
Let's move on.
anxious
Let's move
an
on.
individual that didn't need a
Alright,
smartphone?
let's move on to the second subject here, because
Are
we.
you?
Hey, hold on. Now, hold on.
Roger, this is fairly important.
Okay,
You've actually done it, Roger. You made his head explode.
What Mr. Robert is saying is that there is no such thing as laissez-faire free market ideology anymore. We must have these devices. And how dare him?
It's
still
better.
starts.
You could use a web app. You could use like a government provided computer if you want. But like what I'm saying is the
That is
code that
technocratic.
the
Okay, so
application
hold on,
is
hey,
open source.
hold on to this now. This is good information and stuff. Don't get me wrong, okay? This is a good conversation, but we've got to freaking get on with the topics, man.
Thanks, Roger.
Okay, so now
I need a drink.
you guys, you guys are starting to
Market
talk about
winners.
elections and
Goodbye,
shit, and
Mark Light.
freaking cryptocurrency and stuff. We were talking about. It's like I go to the bathroom, come back, and we went from Changos Island to friggin' talking about cryptocurrency and elections and shit. See, gotta be careful with you two. You're wild, man.
All
So,
right. So what's the next topic?
so the next one is
Okay, next subject.
the next
Yeah.
one is Qatar Airways places massive order for Boeing wide-body jets. That's a record, says Trump. Now, the U.S. President Donald Trump, watching the chief executives of Boeing and Qatar Airways sign a deal under which the Doha-based airline will purchase as many as 210 Boeing 787s and 77X wide-body jets. Now, the agreement includes firm orders from Qatar Airways for 160 aircrafts, among them 130 787s and 30 of Boeing's in development 777-9. Now, according to the U.S. company, Qatar Airways has always taken options to purchase a further 50 787s and 777X. Additionally, Qatar Airways has ordered GE Aerospace turbofans, which will power the Boeing jets, according to the White House. Now, Boeing CEO Kelly Ortberg and Qatar Airways chief Badr Mohammed Al Mir signed the agreement at a 14 May meeting in Qatar, attended also by Trump and Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Now, this right here is what I was talking about before. It's like shortly after president becomes president, he goes into office, he always makes a trip to Israel, and then after Israel, he goes to Saudi Arabia and he does his little rounds there. And every time he does that, these big deals like this always take place.
Question for you. How long is this deal expected to take place? I mean, just because you agree to a load of planes, it doesn't mean that the planes are going to appear the next day.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're paying for it up front. This is no.
So, yeah, how long is this going to manifest?
I don't know why they're investing in Boeing, man. Boeing's gone to crap in the last few years. Their planes are falling out of the sky. They can't even build Trump's plane in like 10 years. It's crazy.
And also, yeah, that was going to be my next question.
You're fading out.
Wait, before we go on, I just want to appreciate how beautiful Qatar is, man. It looks like something out of the Jetsons, eh? Like,
yeah.
Look at this place.
Yeah, this place is.
We look like we're living in the Stone Age compared to this city.
Yeah, and where did the money come from to
Oil.
build a lot of that?
Oil magnates.
Well, from us, probably.
Well.